Dynamic Arts Producer Series.
That's beautiful. Son of a bitch! So what do you think? You know, a little bit of compression and it should be fine.
And now the conclusion.
Hey there everyone, this is Greg from Dynamic Arts Musical Academy and Recording Studio. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, and this is video 3, Drum Recording 101, continued. Alright, so we're just gonna pick up right where we left off. I hope everybody's having a great day, and without further ado, here we go. On to number 4, having a decent sounding kit that is tuned for the studio. I'm going to say that again. Having a decent sounding kit that is tuned for the studio. One more time for the guys in the back. A decent sounding kit that is tuned for the studio. There's a reason I have drum kits in the studio for use and snare drums already set. Because they'll bring in this freaking piccolo snare, and every time they hit it, they'll go bang! Bing! Bing! Son of a over and over and over, this horrible overring. Or I'm sure if you've been engineering at all for very long, you've had that guy that comes in with the floor tom tuned badly, but there's a lug loose on the underneath that's just rattling to beat hell. So he goes, bing! Drives me nuts. Absolutely drives me nuts. If you can afford to have a drum dial in the studio, help them tune that stuff up. Just get a nice boom. And that's it. It's lovely. It's brilliant. Snares, I do the ripple top on the snares, which usually freaks people out, but when they come in, and they have that piccolo snare that's going bwang, bwang, and then they sit down at my snare and it goes pop. Totally dry. Completely dry. Keeps it out of everything else. It's really nice to have at least a moderately dry snare. I'm not saying to kill all the ring, but Jesus, take some of the overring out and help me out here. That's where all these videos online come from, with that engineer sitting there going, this snare sound sucks. This snare sound sucks. It's not the snare sound that sucks, it's the snare that sucks because the guy tuning the snare sucks. Number 5. Miking techniques. Try to use the right tools for the right job. You don't have to have the most expensive things to get good results. But that being said, just because you can do a thing doesn't mean you should do a thing. Hey, what you doing?
I got a bunch of 57s here. I was getting ready to mic up the drum kit.
Oh, well, neat, fantastic. Where were you gonna put them?
Well, I was thinking I got enough. I could do one for the hi-hat, one for the snare, one for the bottom of the snare, one for the bottom of the hi-hat, 2 for the crash, 3 for the ride, a kick mic, 2 toms, and 5 rooms.
Perfect. It's not going to have the desired result. It's nice to have some dedicated tom mics, or even some transformerless 57s, which you're going to see in the video here that I've, kit bashed myself. And you get some really nice tom sounds with those. Always put a nice 57 on the snare. You can't go wrong. Always bottom mic it too, or even shell mic it. That's a great idea, because you get a nice overall good bloom of what's going on. As far as your metal work, I use a lot of different things. I'll pull out my Octava 219s and, throw those up there. They're brilliant because they pick up the toms lovely. And then in the rooms, again, I'll throw up whatever sounds right for the right drummer. There's no right thing that you do every single time.
Hey, we're about ready. You need anything?
Oh yeah, can you guys mic up my piccolo snare and my rototops for me, please?
Yeah, let me in.
Oh, hey, is he ready? Is everything all right? Everything going good?
Yeah, he said something about prickly pear and he likes RoboCop.
Bitchin'! And that's the biggest thing, the right tools for the right job. You know, some people will throw a condenser on that hi-hat. That usually gets a little too whooshy and splashy for me. And so, you know, could be my cheap condensers. I don't know, it's possible. We're gonna start taking you through all the drum miking right now. We're actually gonna go into Studio A and mic up the kit, show you how we actually do it, and lay down some sounds. You're also going to hear some raw sound from just literally the open air in the rooms. There will be no processing, there will be no EQ. It's just turned up and turned down, just so that you can hear what we got going on. And so I think that you'll really enjoy this. Alright, a real quick tour of the microphones. Inside the kick drum we have a Sennheiser E602 aimed right up at the beaters. We have a homebrew sub-kick made out of an old custom monitor that graced the stages with us for many years. We have it preamped through an Art Tube Pre. Yep, just a little cheapie there. Alright, now coming around to the snare drum, we have a normal SM57 pointed at the top. We also have a 57 pointed down at the bottom. This is kind of my bread and butter for snare drums. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. At the toms, we have some Transformerless Pile 57 clones that I kit bashed myself, took the companders out, and they work brilliantly. Up above, we have some Audio Technica overhead mics. On the hats, we have another Shure SM57. And in the rooms, placed judiciously, we have some Sterling Audio ribbons. And that basically concludes our microphone tour. So go ahead and take a listen. These are raw, there are no effects, no EQ, no compression. Alright, and that concludes our drum video for the day. I hope everybody got to learn a little bit of something. I'm sure there's something in there for everybody, you know, even if it's just the humor skits and the gags. You know, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you're all having a wonderfully marvelous day, and we will catch you next week with the next video in the Producer Series. From Dynamic Arts Musical Academy and Recording Studio, this has been Greg. Have a great day. Signing off.